الرحيم صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم بسنة إلى يوم الدين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It's an honor to be here, but first of all, I can't just imagine how my surname can be changed today. No, like those people eat a lot, so we don't eat, and I'm like, what? Oh, okay. So I greet everyone. Thank you all for coming here. I'm seeing my brother said Matijo, Chef Musa, Dr. Bite, Dr. Jiva, my professor, Mr. Kuran, and Dr. Barry, my former boss, my sister Safia, sister Ayesha, and Samaria. I say Assalamu alaikum once again to all of you. And thank you all for coming. And it's not easy to be here on a Saturday morning, but we made it through, Alhamdulillah. And we will keep up to the time as we go, inshallah. So I just want us to imagine a world where it is free of trash or garbage, and where we are not talking about waste anymore, where we every waste is being reused, recycled, or compost, and it is not too far. It is something that we can achieve, and something that we see other countries have achieved, which even in Africa they do. Because I heard one time Dr. Bali was in Tanzania, and he did make mention of he doesn't even see a fly, and he was so excited and was like, I wish, and we could do it here, right? So what can we do? So today, inshallah, I'm going to look at, or I'm going to just talk about how schools, community, and I'm glad my brother made mention of the community. I was like, yes. How the school, community, and families can lead the way in making sure that there is zero waste in our Gambia. And I wish we had the presidential advisor here so that he could also advise the government on how we can actually do it, because we can. So it's about, first of all, is the school. Where do we start from? We spend 8 hours in the school at some point every day, or more than that. Almost all our kids spend most of their times in the school. What is the curriculum, or how best do we fit our environment into the curriculums that we have been taught? We've been taught Amuba, right? The whatsoever in all that. So let us think, how does that help us? Why not, divert our attention into things that would really help us? I used to hear this nursery school rhyme, into the basket, throw your papers, not upon the floor, right? How many of us remember that? Into the basket. The Gen Z, right? Good. So we had that, into the basket, throw your papers, not upon the floor. But then in our curriculum too, what do? We want to be clean, right? We want our clothes to be clean. We want everywhere to be clean. But in the classroom that we even sit in, is it clean enough for us? Like we have had some people say they have their trust in their hands until they could find somewhere else. Yes. But then again, where do we start? The education policies that we have, do they incorporate the realities of our society into the policies? The education curriculum that we have, do they incorporate the realities of our homes and our environment into the curriculums? These are where we need to start. And again, we go back to where? The community. Do we have community-led initiatives? Like there's this thing coming up, the place-based education, where you bring the community into the school into the community. These are things that could help us to make sure that we don't have waste around. We come together as people, as community members, to take ownership. This zero waste project is not about Safia Jew. It's not about anyone else. It's about the Gambia. It's about us. And we are just few days from independence, and we are about to celebrate. What are we celebrating? Right? These are questions, hard questions that we really need to ask ourselves. Each and every one of us here, we are part of a community. How well or how best do we participate in ensuring and making sure that there is no waste in that community? You go to the family. Do we just say, "Tayo banda, demanga sani mali sibiti"? Sibiti fan. ndax den teg pan teg wo foo xam ne mun leen koo sànni demal sànnil ma lii mbaate you are in a car as someone have said you just take it hay sànni ko si biti keneen mun na cee daanu mun naa nekk sa yaay mun naa nekk sa papa mun naa nekk i faama wala i dugg it might be something that we all do. So this is where we should start from, or this is where I believe we could look at things to ensure that we play a role. How many of us are educators here? Yes, teachers. How many of us are? The MC and who else? Yes, we are all right. We teach each other. We make sure that there's a dustbin. There's this gallons, this bidon diwlin bi. We cut it. When COVID came, we know we were going to die. We all made it a responsibility. We wash our hands at home. Let us speak the truth here. Right? We find initiatives, we come up with things, hey, then let us didn't there. I can go that day. COVID, look at the sustainability, more than overlook COVID di rey. Nañ leen toog ñu xelaataat ñu seetaat suñ bopp bu baax seetaat lan leen bugal suñ dëkka seetaat ne dëkka li ñoo xool ne ñu ngi rafet ñu ngi nice such as the US which I just came from some few days ago. We don't do things. You don't even speak on the ground at some point. Why? Why man fu ma ñëwee fii may sànni? Why? So let us just try to analyze things and understand that it starts from the community, the family, the school, and if we all work together, we can achieve this zero waste project. And government needs to help in this project as well. We need to come together. We need to ensure that the youth are not only happy by saying it somewhere else, but we are happier when our environments are clean. I thank you all for your kind attention.